think I'm gonna love you for a long, long time.
That was really touching.
Ooh, bacon.
Greetings, tasty morsels. And if you're new here, don't worry, I'm sure you're also quite tasty. This is Reverse BLT, and I'm about to watch episode 3 of The Last of Us. I'm a little bit delayed this week. I had a sort of a surprise visit from a friend over the weekend, and kind of just put me a little bit behind, but it was fun to see my friend, so I don't really feel too bad about it. Hopefully you guys aren't pissed off that I'm a little late. But anyway, very excited to see where we go from here. The last 2 episodes have been very emotional, very deep. I think incredibly well acted. And I don't know, I really like this series so far. I never played the games. I only know a couple of things that happen in the games and a little bit about, the overall world, but very, very little about the world. I think last episode someone had to go into the comments to explain to me a little bit about what was going on with the firelights. It's either that or the first episode, I forget. But yeah, I really don't know much about the factions or anything. I know that the infection is cordyceps. I knew that ahead of time. And it's very fascinating fungal infection. I actually knew about it before I heard about it being used in the game. I thought it was kind of cool that they extrapolated from it, even though it probably isn't very likely to ever actually happen in humans, but still very fascinating fungus, the way that it hijacks ants to spread its spores around. But anyway, I digress. This episode, I've heard from people, or I've sort of gathered from people being really excited about somebody named Bill showing up, that's pretty much what this is going to be about. I don't know who Bill is. I don't know what his deal is. I remember that Tess, when she was getting ready to make her big stand at the end of the previous episode, told Joel to get Ellie to Bill, though. Bill and someone else. I don't know what the deal is with that, but so clearly someone that they know from their past. But it would lead me to believe that Bill must be kind of a bad guy, because after all, Joel and Tess have been, not so good people for quite a while. But that was one of the things that really made Tess's death very emotional for me, was the fact that, she had led this life of being a bad person for so long. And, just the way she responded to the hope that Ellie represented, I guess. I don't know, it was really touching to see someone who, by her own admission, had done a lot of horrible things try to make it right at the end. I'm getting a little misty-eyed now even thinking about it. But anywho, I that's all to say I don't really know what to expect from this episode. I'm wondering if we're going to continue the trend of doing cold opens that take place during the collapse of civilization from the before time. And if so, I'm wondering where we're going to go and who we're going to follow this time around. And who is this Bill guy? What's he going to do when Joel presumably shows up on his doorstep with this miracle kid in tow? So without further ado, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this episode. Oh, no cold open this time. Okay. I guess that's their way of saying that all of the pain is going to come in the main part of the story. So they don't need a cold open to jolt us this time around. Oh, is he building a cairn for? That is interesting. Like, where would he have picked that up? Because that's not really a typical American tradition, I don't think, building cairns for the dead. It's more like, is it Celtic or Nordic? I forget. Let me know in the comments if you guys know who. I think it's Celtic tradition, building cairns. And now she's stuck with the one that she knows wanted to shoot her. Mm. It's really interesting watching him struggle with his competing instincts, like how he wants to distance himself from her,
Look,
but he
I've been
also
thinking
wants
about
to
what
You're sorry.
I wasn't
help her.
going to say I'm sorry. I was going to say that I've been thinking about what happened. Nobody made you or Tess take me. Nobody made you go along with this plan. You needed a truck battery or whatever, and you made a choice. So don't blame me for something that isn't my fault.
Sometimes she can be very mature. And this is also an interesting thing, like watching her combination of traits. How she's still very childish in a lot of ways, but also very much
5-hour hike.
an adult in her thinking in a lot of ways as
We
well.
can manage that.
I wonder how much of that is a factor of the Fedra training she's already gotten in the military school, or how much of that is just growing up in a post-apocalyptic sad sack shit show of a world.
How'd you get that scar on your head? What? Is it something lame? Like you fell down the stairs or something?
I didn't fall down any stairs.
Okay, so what then?
Someone shot at me and missed.
See, that's cool. Shoot back?
Yeah.
You get him?
No, I missed too. It happens more often than you think.
Because you suck at shooting, or like in general?
Jesus. Oh, Ellie.
You know, seeing as it's just the two of us, I was thinking I should
No.
My goodness, girl. Why do you want a gun so badly? I know the general idea would just be that you just want to feel protected because, infected, but I don't know. I feel like it's more than that.
A minute, I gotta grab some stuff I stashed.
Dashed?
Wow, good old
Why
Cumberland
did you have
Farms.
that here?
You ask a lot of goddamn questions.
Yes, I do.
At least she's self-aware of it.
You forgot where you put your stuff.
No. I'm just zeroing in on it. It's been a couple of years.
Okay.
So yeah, you forgot where you put your stuff.
Is there anything bad in here?
Just you.
Ah, getting funnier.
Running joke. I mean, it's possible someone else came and raided the place. It's an old grocery store. Even logically knowing that there aren't going to be any groceries left in it, people will still check. What's this all about? I'm going to go out on a limb and say that wasn't part of the original building. Alright, so it's not that deep. You should still inspect it with your light before you go down. There you go. People have been living down there. Yeah, I take it back. Maybe this was part of the original building. Very fascinating. Seriously, like her combination of smart and stupid. it's just very interesting to me. You usually don't see a character written that three-dimensionally where, they're usually either all smart or all dumb. She's a very convincing blend of the two. Oh yeah, that would be something that would be valuable, or maybe even personally useful at her stage in life. That's what I was worried about. I wonder if she's going to develop some level of survivor's guilt. Constantly putting yourself in dangerous situations is a symptom of that. You sort of get a death wish. I mean, if you are able to kill him. People have been telling me a lot about how these guys are still alive in there, like the people who get infected, and just sort of like praying for a death that will never come. So put him out of his misery. Seems like she's more sadistic than merciful. Oh, it was like a subtle, like a nod, like he was saying, do it, It's those little touches that really make me love this show.
Ellie?
And let me know in the comments too, guys, without spoilers, how many of these little touches were also present in the game. Like, did the game... Because I'm assuming something similar to this happened in the game. Did the game make it clear also that the infected that she killed was basically asking her to do it?
Picked over my ass.
Picked over by people who didn't need it, I guess.
What are you doing?
There's not much ammo out there for this thing. Makes it mostly useless.
Well, if you're just gonna leave it there.
No.
Oh my goodness. She's a trigger-happy little thing.
About a week after Outbreak Day, soldiers went through the countryside, evacuated the small towns. Told you were going to a QZ, and you were. If there was room. If there wasn't.
Yeah.
These people weren't sick?
No, probably not.
I'd kill them. Why not just leave them be?
Dead
Because
people
then if
can't
they-
be infected.
Yeah. This reminds me of that story, was it the cold? Oh no, seriously? Well, here's our cold open that wasn't a cold open.
Not today, you New World Order jackboot fox.
So the crazy conspiracy guy actually ends up being right for once. Sort of. I mean, it wasn't anything about a New World Order thing, but like... Oh my goodness. What's the sulfuric acid for? What's he planning to do right now? I mean, if they were still out there, all he'd be doing is walking to his death, right? So this is Bill. This is what happens with stunt casting, since I already knew Nick Offerman was in this, and I know Bill is in this episode, or is supposed to premiere in this episode, then it makes it pretty easy for me to figure out he must be that guy. So was he literally just hanging out waiting for the ability to loot shit? Like the end of the world is his best life, basically. You making mortars? Seriously, it's like the guy's living his best life because the rest of the world is gone. Like, he's not even bummed out at all to be the only person around, it seems. So did he rig up some solar panels or something? Because I wouldn't imagine... Well, he is just one guy. I was sitting there thinking to myself, I wouldn't imagine that he would be able to find enough fuel to power all this stuff for 4 years. But he is just one person, so maybe he could.
I'm just trying to get to Boston.
Alone?
We started with 10. But yeah, I'm alone.
From where?
Baltimore QZ. It's gone.
Well, they did mention someone else was with him, right? So it's Bill and... Was it Alex?
Incorrect.
So I'm guessing this is Alex?
Stop there.
Wow, he managed to get one of the testing things? Yeah, those things work quick.
My name's Frank.
Oh, yeah?
Oh,
Here's the
Frank,
thing,
Frank, that was the guy.
If I feed you, then every bum you talk to about it is going to show up here looking for a free lunch. And this is not an Arby's.
Well, Arby's didn't have free lunch. It was a restaurant.
He's right.
I won't talk about it to any bums or hobos or vagabonds, I promise.
Yeah, seriously, don't be that guy. When the world falls to shit, if we don't help each other, then the human race is done. Humans are social animals. You have to be extremely rare to be someone who needs no human interaction at all. I'm an introvert, like a pretty serious introvert. There are worse introverts than me, or I won't say worse. There are people who are more introverted than I am. But I am pretty introverted, and I can go for literally months without seeing anyone and be okay. But I can't imagine 4 years without talking to another human being. Both of them still very nervous about each other. And for someone who didn't want to give anybody else any food, you sure went all out, man. This this feels like a courtship almost, like the most bizarre beginning to a romance that I've ever seen. Are these guys going to be a couple?
What the fuck?
Everything tastes good when you're starving.
Yeah, but not like this.
That is one of the old sayings.
My God.
The best spice is hunger, but he did look like he could throw down on the stove.
A man who knows to pair rabbit with a Beaujolais.
Yeah, this guy.
Seem like the type.
No, you do.
I mean, I wouldn't have expected it because of all the survivalist stuff. You know what I mean? Not because of how he looks, but it is interesting. I wasn't expecting him to, like, you know, when he came over, just the way he was holding the bottle to pour it, I was like, holy crap! This guy is like knows a lot about like the hoity-toity way of life.
I've been staring at this the whole time.
The piano?
Antique?
1948.
Wow. You know how much these are worth?
Currently nothing.
Well, nothing. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, for these Tales of Hoffman. Yuck. These aren't yours.
My mother's. Could you not?
This is you. Oh.
You're just making yourself at home, huh, buddy? Linda Ronstadt. His reaction to him fucking up was great. He's a good player, but he's tone deaf.
Not this song. Not this song.
Well, I'm not a professional.
Well, neither am I. But
Song has significance to him.
And then I'll leave.
Nah, you two are a fucking couple now. I can already sense it. Them beards are gonna touch.
I think I'm gonna love you for a long, long time.
That was really touching. My goodness. This show is gonna fucking sweep Emmys. It's gonna sweep them.
So, who's the girl?
There's no girl,
you're
my
singing
dude.
about? There is no girl.
I know.
Knew those beards were gonna touch.
What's your name?
Oh, I hadn't even thought about the fact that he didn't even know his name yet. Oh, fuck.
Go take a shower, Bill.
Oh, man. It's funny because this guy actually looks a lot like what I remember Joel on the cover of the game looking like. It's interesting how Nick Offerman's like playing this character is like how very sort of obviously socially awkward. No, how far is HBO going to go here? I bet you this episode is going to get letters.
Have you ever done this before?
Yeah, I was just thinking to myself, he seemed like he had never...
With a girl a long time ago.
So,
He had never felt free to be who he really was.
simple things.
Okay.
If I do this, I'm gonna stay for a few more days. Is that okay?
Yeah. Yes.
So the cynic in me was wondering to myself whether he was manipulating him so that he could stay here. But the romantic in me is hoping that it's more than that. I don't know, that the stars just happen to align and they just happen to find each other and they're like soulmates, you know?
Come on! Hey! Would you stop? Our home isn't just our house, it's everything around us!
Give me a fucking break.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. I live in this world. You live in a psycho bunker where 9/11 was an inside job and the government are all Nazis.
The government are all Nazis!
Well, yeah, now, but not then.
That is an important distinction, dang it, Bill.
Just tell me why.
I did. Paying attention to things. It's how we show love.
That's how you show love.
Too. Just
Everybody does
let me love it the way I
shows
want
love
to.
different.
We're going to make friends. And we will invite them to visit.
We don't have friends, Frank. We will never have friends because there are no friends to be had.
I've actually been talking to a nice woman on the radio.
You what?
This really is just, it's amazing.
Right?
So that's how they met.
Please.
Nah, he's literally just been sitting there with his gun on him the entire time.
Oh, you're a paranoid schizophrenic too?
I'm not schizophrenic.
No, you're not schizophrenic. You're definitely paranoid, though. So is this the person who tried to shoot you but missed, and you tried to shoot him and missed?
By the way.
And I'm glad we get to see Tess some more.
Civilized meal in such a beautiful place.
You know what? Let's go inside. Tess, I want to show you something.
Actually, I have been wanting to see it.
Not inside.
Thank you.
Frank! Frank!
Songs.
Self-sufficient here. I don't need you or your friend complicating our lives. Is that clear?
That fence has got a year on it, tops. Galvanized wire already started to corrode. I can get you 10 spools of high-tensile aluminum. Last you the rest of your life.
I love how his expertise as a contractor keeps coming into play.
I have this idea that we should use codes for the radio in case anyone's listening.
Oh, that's a good idea. Like what?
Oh, these are the people that they had the radio codes with. Okay.
Sooner or later, there'll be raiders. And they'll beat that fence and your tripwires. They'll come at night, quiet and armed.
We'll be fine.
I think that was when he knew that he could, that was when he decided that he at least respected him, though, I think. Even though he still wants to pretend he doesn't need him. And he took him seriously because they built a barricade with vehicles.
I can't. Just one more loop around.
Oh, shit.
Show you.
You guys can't, you guys gotta be careful, though. There's no medical treatment.
You can make it.
I mean, that was just a side stitch. I know that holding your side right there all too well.
Ready?
As a big guy who used to do track and field, believe me, I remember that feeling. But It just made me think about the possibilities. You had strawberries?
I traded Joel and Tess one of your guns for a packet of seeds.
One of the guns?
A little one.
A little one. He doesn't even know. Just be careful, man. Snakes like to hide under those. This is really sweet. So, which one of them is this story setting us up to die? Or to kill, you know? Because they made us fall in love with these two for a reason. My writer senses are tingling. You're planning on hurting us.
I'm sorry. For what? Getting older faster than you.
I like.
Oh, come on. I mean, technically, you're getting older at the same rate.
Older means we're still here.
And there's that. Alright, so...
What?
It's gonna be Frank.
I was never afraid before you showed up.
Because his loss is gonna hurt Bill more than Bill's loss is gonna hurt him, I think. In terms of, like, I don't know how to say it, like, character development. Like, his character does more for Bill than Bill's character does for him. Does that make sense? From a writing perspective?
Right.
Alright, so where are the Raiders? Oh, it's flamethrowers. Hey, wake up, dude. Wake up. Bill, you taught him how to shoot and everything, right?
Bill!
Is he out there already trying to fight them? Like, all by himself? Dude, that's for when they get in. You need something else right now. But Bill had a few rifles. Dude, don't just go out. So Bill did go out here by himself. Why did you go out?
Bill! Bill! Get inside!
Shit.
No! Bill! No! Inside, now! Hold on to me!
Yeah, you guys shouldn't have been out here. I'm honestly surprised that in all this time, Bill never built like anything like a crow's nest. All right, Frank, please tell me you've got medical training.
Hold your hand there for me. Hold your hand there.
Frank!
I'm right here.
Frank!
I'm right here.
Leave the gas on!
I'm right
Leave the gas on.
here.
The fence will kill the rest of them.
Okay, yeah.
I made a list for you.
Uh-huh. Tell me about the list.
I have copies of all the keys.
He's got medical training. You hear the way he's talking to him?
Cole, Joel.
He's got medical training.
Uh-huh.
You can't be here alone.
I'm not alone. You're here.
He's gone into triage mode. You just talk to the person, you just assure them, and... Oh, for real? What is this show, man? Wait, that was like 4 years ago, right? Or 4 years later?
It's getting cold.
So he survived. He survived.
Let me bring you inside. Okay, there we go.
Oh, what? He's the one in the chair? They seem to... I don't know, they seem to have aged faster than they should have. I mean, what is he sick with? It's like Parkinson's or something? No, he's not shaking enough for Parkinson's. Maybe it is Parkinson's. He can't control his hand well enough to paint a lot of his lines anymore.
Did you take your pills?
Oh, no.
I mean, how do you even know what pills to take? Well, if I was right about him having significant medical training, he might have diagnosed himself.
One orangey. A little whitey. Big roundy.
And he can't be trusted to use glass cups anymore. Is it MS?
Yeah.
This is so sad. Was the world going to shit not enough universe?
Took most of the night. I'm exhausted.
God damn it. You gotta be kidding me.
Well, he had to get up and go to the
I
bathroom.
don't want you falling asleep in the chair.
I won't.
You will, and then your feet get blue.
Bill.
I'm not fighting about it. Back in
I
bed.
promise you I'm going to stay up.
Why?
Because this is my last day.
You mean you decided to kill yourself, or
What if we find a doctor? What if someone shows up who can help?
Who's coming, Bill? The door-to-door MRI salesman? There wasn't anything to cure this before the world fell apart. I've made up my mind.
God? Man, Nick Offerman is selling this so well. I'm a firm believer in a person's right to end their life on their own terms, but man, it's gotta hurt for the people they leave behind.
Wonderful gift from God speech. I've had a lot of bad days. I've had bad days with you, too. But I've had more good days with you than with anyone else. Just give me one more good day. Starting now, make me some toast. Then take me to the boutique where I'll pick outfits for us. You'll wear what I ask. We'll get married. And you cook a delicious dinner. Then you will crush all of these up, put them in my wine. I will drink it.
We'll go to sleep. You just won't wake up.
Then you will take me by my hand, bring me to our bed, and I will fall asleep in your arms.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
Do you love me?
Yes.
Then love me the way I want you to.
Mercy, what is this show? Oh, this song. Last time I heard this song in a show or a movie, I cried my eyes out too. It was in freaking Arrival. Just, is it the same meal? Oh, fuck. The exact same meal as when they first met. Last glass. If it were me, I'd do it with him. I mean, why would you want to? Why would you want to stay? You know, after seeing the love of your life leave, and that wine's gonna taste like shit with those pills in it. uh,
I'm satisfied. And you were my purpose.
I do not support this.
hey,
I should be furious.
time for you to love him the way he wants.
It's incredibly romantic. Take me to bed.
So did Bill misjudge, or did he lie about the pills being in his wine, or are they gonna get here and they're not? I don't know. My mind is going through so many possibilities,
Stay there.
but I'm thinking that the thing with the biggest emotional gut punch would be that Bill tried to kill himself as well, but misjudged how much it would take. Or the other biggest gut punch, obviously, being that he really did kill himself, and they're going to get in there and, thinking they found a place of safety and there's no one here waiting for them. I imagine Bill must still be alive, though, because so many people were excited to see Bill, so I can't imagine they would be if he wasn't part of Joel and Ellie's story, you know? Announce yourself, don't just walk through with a gun. You're in someone's house.
Bill? Frank?
Oh, no, I just thought of an even worse possibility. No, because this happened a while ago then, so I was thinking that maybe this happened the night before, in which case Joel could find Bill near death, do what's necessary to resuscitate him, and thus foil his suicide attempt, which would just be emotionally devastating for Bill. Ellie strikes me as the type of person to read other people's mail.
It's from Bill. To whomever, but probably Joel. I figured I would fall into whomever. Came with this.
It's a car key, isn't it? Is that why it was
They're dead.
a sign for trouble on the radio? Was letting them know that, man, Joel, they were your friends, weren't they?
August 29, 2023. If you find this, please do not come into the bedroom. I'm guessing you found this, Joel, because anyone else would have been electrocuted or blown up by one of my traps. Take anything you need.
That's funny.
I used to hate the world, and I was happy when everyone died.
So I was right
I was wrong.
about my read
Because
on them
there
at
was
the beginning.
one person worth saving. That's what I did. I saved him. Then I
And he
protected
saved
him.
you?
That's why men like you and me are here. We have a job to do. And God help any motherfuckers who stand in our way. I leave you all of my weapons and equipment. Use them to keep...
Yeah. Use them to keep Tess safe.
Stay here.
You gotta accept the weight eventually, Joel. Can't keep pushing it away. Does it also need a battery? Dude, the way this guy prepped everything, I guarantee you he's got batteries. Charged and ready to go. Oh shit, that's what the sulfuric acid was for. Dude made his own fucking batteries. He must have had serious money before the world fell, though. Because prepping on that level requires a lot of money.
I'm taking a shower. And then you're showering. Seriously.
Ellie, what the hell? Show them some respect for their nice stuff. I know what she's gonna find. The gun that Frank... Yep. The gun that was kept in reserve up here. I mean, it probably wasn't specifically for Frank, but you know. Guy like this keeps a gun everywhere.
Well, don't you look pretty?
Shut up.
That deodorant?
Nice.
Wow. I had deodorant.
It's like a spaceship.
No, it's like a piece of shit Chevy S10, but it'll get us there. I think. Seatbelt.
Should know what that is, dude. Road trip music.
Leave it. Put it back.
Should close the garage back up so that it doesn't invite any raiders to come in.
Do you know who Linda Ronstadt is?
You know I don't know who Linda Ronstadt is.
This show's a fucking masterpiece. And it's so good. And I think one of the big things that I'm realizing that I really like about it is that, you know, it's competently made in all corners. You know, the writing is good, the directing is good, the acting is good. But what I really like the most about it, I think, is that it's managing to deliver on emotion without slipping into melodrama. It edges up right to the line, you know. It goes as close as it can get to the tipping point into melodrama, but just holds back just enough so that it achieves these really heartfelt moments that feel really honest and earned and appropriate for this world. I can't believe how quickly they made me fall in love with Bill and Frank. And just this entire love story that developed between them. Oh man, the show needs to earn some fucking Emmys. I can't really think of too much else to say. Excellent episode. And I have no idea what to expect next week as Joel and Ellie hit the road together. Let me know what you guys thought of the episode in the comments. Obviously, if you guys play the games, let me know how you think the series is going so far. Let me know with, fill in any blanks or answer any questions that you may have heard me ask, as long as you can do so without spoiling anything. Because you saw the impact that everything had in this episode. Would not have happened I would not have had as much of a reaction if I had known more than just some guy that the fans really like named Bill is showing up in this episode. I had no idea what the relationship was going to be between him and Frank, though I kind of suspected it might be romantic, but I had no idea how it was going to go, how it was going to end, or that I would just end up loving them as much as apparently you guys seem to. And it was great seeing Anna Torv again too. Just, that's a real professional right there. She came in and she didn't phone it in. She really played her part for those couple of scenes she was in just to be there. That's fantastic. So yeah, this is already basically becoming one of my favorite shows of all time. It's amazing. If they stick the landing to this is going to go down in history as one of the greatest shows ever made. But anyway, guys, thanks so much for joining me. And I'm sure for at least quite a few of you for crying along with me in this episode. Please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the reaction, and consider supporting the channel on Patreon. But other than that, yeah, just do your best to stay safe and be well. And if you have someone in your life who you love as much as these two loved each other, make sure you tell them as often as you can. Because you really never know when you won't get to say it anymore. Anyway, bye-bye. Don't get bit.